All right, guys, let's do this one more time where this is kind of an interesting scenario. The snow is going to start in probably 10 hours, less than 12 hours. So we can look at the models before the snow starts and get a decent idea, or at least see what the models are saying. Usually when this far out, the models are at least somewhat on the same page. Let's see if that's the case. First, we'll take a look at this particular model, just kind of give an overview of what is going to kind of happen in general. First and foremost, we might see a couple of isolated storms before this entire thing gets here, and some of these could be on the strong, maybe severe side. Won't amount to much, one or two strong storms, and they quickly move to the north and east. Look how fast that thing moved up. It was over here, and then an hour later it was over here. Just, I mean, that's really fast. Then here comes all the snow. There's kind of that line right here, and over here will be the rain chance, and then over here the snow chance, and then it all moves to the east. And by about right there, 6 to 7 o'clock in the morning, the snow makes it into central and eastern Nebraska, sticks around through noon, 1 o'clock. So that's a good 6 hours of snow. Makes its way out of southeast Nebraska by about 5 o'clock. So that's overall about 8 hours of snowfall. And it looks to be the wet kind of snow. So we'll see how much of it piles up, how much of it melts, how much rain mixes in. There's a lot of things to consider. And I do appreciate that you're watching this. So if you could subscribe, like this video, and if you have any questions in the comments below, get to them as soon as I can. And I like to post things here first, and that way gives my YouTube fans, subscribers, the first access to all of this. Okay, model number one. Let's see. So generally we've been seeing, and this right here, this is the part that annoys me and is going to be problematic. Less than an inch, and then you have right here 8 inches, 9 inches, 10 inches, 12 inches of snow. So you've got a cutoff line right here and right here, and then that heavier snow right in the middle. So, okay. Second one, 1.2, same model, just a different version of it. Kind of the same thing, but it has that 3.2, 6, 3.2, 3.3. So you're heavier from York, north and east. Kind of like this one. I like this model number 1.2, kind of like this one. Okay. Let's see, model number 2. So this shifts everything over to the right. Basically the same thing. Same kind of snowfall, just shifted about 50 miles. And that's the problem with this storm. You're going to see that most models do this, but where that heavier line sits up is not in the same place. So you're looking at 5 to 8 inches of snow right there. 2 inches, 2 to 4 on the edges, and sharp cutoff lines. Look at that. You go from less than a half an inch on each side in this main area right there of heavy snow. Okay, let's go to model 2.2. Basically the same exact thing. So 2.1 and 2.2 are very, very similar. You'll notice that a lot of the western half of the state is an inch or less, 2 inches or less. It's this swath of snow, at least according to the model number 1 and model number 2. Model number 3. What is happening here? Oh my God. Hang on, let me see. Okay, so it starts to snow at 7 in the morning and just boom. We go from, let's see, at 6 a.m. nothing. By 10 o'clock, 5 inches. And another 5 inches by 1. So that's over an inch an hour. But, so, okay, get rid of the numbers. Still looks the same, right? You still have that same swath of snow right there. The heavier snow right in southeast Nebraska, then less on the edges. So it's the same thing, it's just doubling basically everything. Okay, model number 4. Same thing, has that same, so we're consistent. after 4 models, we know basically there's going to be a line of heavy snow. And the models have been consistently doing this. I hate to look at just one period of time, but I have to do that here. But one period of time. But I'm looking at several different models. If you watched yesterday and you watched the day before, this has been consistent. There's been a consistent heavier swath down the middle of this, a thin line of heavier snow, and then it tapers off the further away you get from that. And this continues to be the case. Just trying to figure out how heavy that snow is and exactly where that thin line of heavier snow sets up has been what we're trying to figure out. Let's see. Okay, we're doing good. Now, that's model number 4. Let's go look at model number 5. I mean, it's still showing a lot of snow. And when I see this, I think these models, what they're doing is they're not taking into account the fact that it's going to be at or above freezing for a little bit. A little bit of light rain might mix in with this, and that zaps. Any kind of raindrop takes away from the snow. So you get just a little bit of rain before and a little bit of rain after, and that almost shrinks your totals in half. This is saying that it's like 28 to 30 degrees the whole time. That's just not going to be the case. But if you're not relying on the numbers, you notice that swath right here from Kearney up towards Omaha. It's kind of in the same place, right? Okay, model number 6. It's hard pressed to not jump on board with the 6 to 10 inches of snowfall. It really is. But I know and you can come back if I'm wrong. Fine. That happens all the time. Well, it doesn't mean it doesn't happen all the time. Me being wrong happens all the time. Me being wrong about the weather, more often than not, I'm pretty right. But I don't like to do more than, well, it's hard to get 3 inches of snow in the capital city. It just is. 12 inches, 9 inches of snow. It happens, but it just doesn't happen very often. All right, so that's model number 6. And we are looking at, okay, we're going to zoom out here and just kind of get a complete overview. This is just what we're looking at here. You've got this thin swath right here, but look at that, 1.8 for Lincoln, 1.5 for North Platte, but that swath in there somewhere, someone's going to get 6 inches of snow. That's basically what this is saying. This one says Lincoln only sees, hang on, yeah, that's only 0.9. I mean, this is the problem. The models are not on board, but it does say, every single model is saying there's going to be a swath of heavier snow somewhere, just exactly where. And the NAM says right over Lincoln. So, okay, what am I saying? I'm saying it's probably going to be in this area right here. So you're looking at like Clay County, Hamilton, north and east, and then I think Lincoln, Beatrice, Hebron, over towards Lexington, up towards Grand Island and Norfolk. That's your 4 to 6, and then 2 to 4 on the edges, and 1 to 2 on the edges there. But I think that there's going to be a swath of 6 to 8 in there somewhere. Exactly where? Guess we'll see. This is also the big problem. Look at this wind. You're looking at near 70 mile per hour wind gusts. Wednesday morning, late Wednesday morning into the afternoon. So we may not be able to measure this snow. I could say 50 inches of snow is going to happen, and we won't be able to measure it because this wind is it's going to pile it up. We'll see a 5-foot drift over here and bare ground over here. So it eventually tapers off by Wednesday night. So there you go. Probably the last one I'm going to do on this storm, since it's going to be snowing and blowing by the time we wake up tomorrow morning. So be safe. Make sure if you have to travel, you know that it really needs to happen, because travel is going to be difficult, if not impossible, as we head through the day on Wednesday. So stay safe. See ya.